It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands! Help! The damn strangers are attacking me!
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
What? What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent. But those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages. You had better return to Whitechapel without delay. It will be safer there.
Safety isn't really an issue in Whitechapel, because you never are. Never have been. The old place is falling to pieces. But thank you for the advice, sir.
Closed.
Finish it!
I'll send you to hell.
Oh, God!
Bloody monster!
Finish it!
I hate inches.
Just vanished.
leases every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
This is no place for a gentleman.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
what?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reid, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you...
Really? And why is that? Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that... I'm sick in the end, you see, and the boy he just faked me last nerve.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stealing drugs from the sick and suffering.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith in
What
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
When science fails you,
It's locked.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world? Even my dreams are soaked with blue.
It's locked, all right.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reid. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Forgive my bluntness, young man.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
How do you feel?
I'm fine.
Speaking of which...
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there own?
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any medical help?
Yes, I do.
I will see you later. Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with...
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
You're late. Where's my money? Time to pay, one way or another.
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss up.
I'm not a journalist.
A doctor, you say?
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane?
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants.
May I ask what...
I do whatever I want, and sometimes...
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town.
Not familiar with this neighbourhood, are you?
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Totally. Look at me, for instance.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested.
No one will ever take my son away from me.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe?
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but...
You could leave tomorrow.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
cannot enter.
When science fails you, this...
Good evening, my...
Do you know Nurse...
I don't like to talk about
competition, you...
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the...
Loretta, your miraculous formula, wouldn't he...
The Swanborough's cordial secret ingredient is hope, Doctor.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit.
Medical attention in Whitechapel. Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since it is the only one.
Well, as it is a placebo of sorts, perhaps it may have some positive effect.
See? You have to admit I'm doing some good.
Tell me, who intrigues...
The region itself is something to...
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get...
What do you think?
Most of them are afraid.
Loretta.
The Swanborough...
A placebo...
Medical attendant...
Well...
See?
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
I will return later.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your... When science fails you, this elixir will
Maybe it's time to see if this crystal...
Good evening, sir.
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I'm not here for a bounty.
A doctor? In Whitechapel?
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse.
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts.
You seem to have recovered well since your...
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare.
You'd better not come back here. Goodbye, Mr.